There's a lot of stuff going around, and at the moment, some of it is just wrong. Uh, those people who are calling to return to the Minsk agreement, I think, are wrong. The Minsk agreement was unfair. And there was a Budapest agreement earlier on. What we actually need to end this war is a proper negotiation and a proper agreement about the independence and a respect for the independence of Ukraine and a recognition of Russia's responsibility for the war that they have caused. That will be the negotiated settlement. Because in the end, it's very easy for people, for politicians to send soldiers off to war. They're not. It's not the politicians who are doing the fighting. It's somebody else. The Kremlin are sitting in their bunker while other people's children are dying. As simple as that. And it's very easy for people to pound the table and say what they think is going to happen. It's not their lives that are directly at risk. It's other people's children's lives that are directly at risk. And people reading from a script, as Liz Truss did, these people are as dangerous as the mad people in the Kremlin. In order to end a war, we need proper negotiations by the grown-ups. And we need to assemble the people who are going to have those negotiations as soon as possible, and we need to get talking even now. I think it's wrong to suggest that we don't negotiate now with President Putin. Mr. Zelensky has already demonstrated that he's prepared to do that. If Mr. Zelensky is prepared to do that, then so should we. Negotiation should not be off the table. But at the same time, silly organizations like the one which actually has a very good name, Stop the War Coalition, these have already been intercepted, it seems, and have already been perverted in their purpose. One should be very cautious of these organizations. Russia is going out of its way to try and stop the war, and at this moment, commanding the heights. At this moment, it wants to stop the war and keep the territory it has gained, and accept no responsibility for the damage that it has done. That is not stopping the war. We need to be round the table today, and we need people who are, as I say, are adults in the room. I'm afraid we also need to have Mr. Putin and Mr. Lavrov round that table as fast as possible. These people are the only people that we can hold responsible. They're delegates. It doesn't matter what they say, because Putin and his direct cronies can change their mind. This is a war that was cooked up in isolation during COVID by Putin and his very, very small group of henchmen. And it's a war that needs to stop. That means we need to talk at the top. Wars always end in negotiation. Wars always end with a political settlement. And our purpose, our aim, our instinct should be to reduce the war, to reduce the fighting, to reduce the chaos, to reduce the killing, and get down to talking, negotiating, and holding these blackguards who are responsible for this war, holding them responsible and ensuring that they pay to fix the damage they have done and that no further damage is done. We need to talk.